always be worse, yes. But you know what? We're talking about all these power outages we're having. Going back to what we'd like to call snowpocalypse of 2021, which was basically 2 years ago, we had the rolling blackouts.
Yes.
That's completely different than what we're seeing this time around, and it seems like we have widespread power outages in East Texas right now because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there have been a couple of differences between the event you mentioned, Casey, and what we are seeing right now. So, first and foremost, we have seen that ice loading on the trees, that ice accretion on those tree limbs, and those fall over on the power lines. That creates issue, but we're also seeing that ice accretion and just all that added weight on those power lines, and that stresses out the power grid quite a bit here in East Texas.
Yeah, Encore just texted me and said, due to extensive damage in my area, you know, they don't have an estimated restoration time. So
yeah, no, I mean, and it's rough. It's not just you. It's not just, you know, a few more people in this building.
Right.
It is 41,800 people in Smith County without power. Now, there are 131,000 tracked customers in Smith County. That is about 31.7% of the county. So you do the quick math, which I mean, I love to do math. That's nearly a third of residents in Smith County now without power. So Smith County has been the worst today, but it's been a trend. Our northwestern and western counties all reporting thousands of power outages with the exception of Rains, Wood, and Upshur County. You know, related to their population, I mean, hundreds of people without power, that is still pretty significant. But here's our Cables Roofing Skyview in Tyler. I will say this, conditions are beginning to improve. We're starting to see that ice melt. Temperature-wise, we're at 34 degrees. Winds are north-northeast at about 7 miles per hour. So we're about 2 degrees above freezing. Folks, that's good news because we're starting to see that ice melt off of those trees, and we will see improvements throughout the day tomorrow as we continue to see more of that melting. But I'm still a little concerned to our northwest. Where we are at or below 32, and this is what's happening out to the west. You saw those pictures in the Metroplex, folks. That was rough, and they have more rough weather on the way. Now, this will move in East Texas's direction, but it's all going to be rain because we're going to be well above freezing once this precipitation gets here. But a more in-depth look at it, I'll enhance the Fort Worth radar site out for you. You can see northern Van Zant, Rains, Hopkins County, all seeing a mixture of rain and freezing rain right now. That's not great for those elevated surfaces. And then in Henderson County, we continue to see on and off rainfall and drizzle as well. So here's Futurecast. This is 11 o'clock tonight, so about 45 minutes from right now. We're seeing some rain. Now, with some of these heavier pockets of rainfall, I can't rule out a few rogue sleet pellets, but that's about the extent of the wintry weather tomorrow with these temperatures that are going to be above freezing. By 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're still seeing widespread rain, but it begins to taper off by the afternoon. This is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're seeing a few showers, and then this begins to move out. This is 2 o'clock Friday morning. We're cold Friday morning, but with sunshine Friday afternoon, that's when we do begin to warm up. So from now until about 9 o'clock in the morning, we're going to see some rain and freezing rain for our western and northwestern counties. That's highlighted in the pink. That includes places like Athens up to Canton and Sulphur Springs. Everybody else, it's going to stay plain old rain with the occasional sleet pellet mixed in. Now, from 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, we're still seeing mostly rain, so some good news there. How much rain will we see? Well, in deep East Texas, we could very well see another inch to an inch and a half of rainfall, which we'll soak that all up. I mean, that's great news given the fact that we had a very dry year last year, and we do have some catching up to do. So we'll take that as a win, and we'll take Friday as a win because, well, that sunshine returns. We're at 52 for a high temperature, 58 Saturday, 66 Sunday. Couple showers Monday into Tuesday, and then deep East Texas, it stayed rain, and it will stay rain tomorrow with a high around 41. Casey?